Welcome, coin enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the UK 2 new pence coin. We'll explore its history, its value, and the top 10 most valuable variants you could find in your collection. Let's get started. 1971 2 new pence. The year 1971 was a significant one for the UK. It marked the beginning of Decimal Day, or D-Day, on February 15th. This was the day when the UK decimalized its currency, shifting from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a simpler, decimal system. Before decimalization, the British currency system was complex. 1 pound was divided into 20 shillings, and 1 shilling was divided into 12 pence. Decimalization simplified this to 100 pence in a pound, and thus, the 2 new pence coin was introduced. The 1971 2 new pence coin features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machine. This portrait was used on UK coins from 1968 until 1984. The reverse side of the coin, designed by Christopher Ironside, displays the inscription New Pence above the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with the motto Ich diene I serve below. Arnold Machine was a renowned sculptor whose effigy of the Queen became iconic, while Christopher Ironside was an acclaimed designer whose work includes many other coins for the UK and other countries. The coin is made of bronze, weighing 7.12 grams, with a diameter of 25.91 millimeters. It's important to note that coins minted in 1971 bear the date 1971, and the denomination new pence, a term used only until 1981, after which it was changed to 2 pence. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. While the 1971 2 new pence coin is not particularly rare, its value to collectors lies in its historical significance as part of the first batch of decimal coins. In circulated condition, these coins are usually worth around 10 to 20 pence. However, uncirculated or proof coins can be worth a bit more, typically ranging from PS1 to PS3. Condition is key when it comes to value. Coins that have been well preserved, showing no signs of wear, are considered more valuable. If you're interested in grading your coin, consider using a professional grading service to get an accurate assessment. 1985 UK 2 new pence. The 2 new pence coin was first introduced in 1971 as part of the UK's decimalization process, which was a significant overhaul of the British currency system. Prior to decimalization, the British currency system was quite complex, using pounds, shillings, and pence. Decimalization simplified this system, making it more accessible and easier to understand. The term new pence was used on coins minted between 1971 and 1981 to distinguish the new decimal coins from the old pre-decimal ones. However, the 1985 2 new pence coin is particularly interesting because it belongs to a transitional period. By 1982, the inscription on the coins was changed from new pence to 2 pence, but due to various reasons, including production and demand, coins with the new pence inscription continued to be used until stocks were depleted. Let's take a closer look at the design and specifications of this coin. The obverse of the 1985 2 new pence coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine. This portrait was first introduced in 1968 and became one of the most enduring images of the Queen on British coinage. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription Elizabeth II DG, Reg, FD, which stands for Elizabeth II Di Gratia Regina Fidei Offensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, you'll find the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with the German motto Ich diene, meaning I serve. The coin is made of bronze, weighs 7.12 grams, and has a diameter of 25.91 millimeters. The 1985 2 new pence coin was minted at the Royal Mint, a prestigious institution with a history dating back over 1,100 years. Despite the official change from new pence to 2 pence in 1982, the production of coins with the new pence inscription in 1985 adds a layer of intrigue for collectors. These coins were widely circulated, making them a common find even today. However, their historical context and the quirks of their production make them a noteworthy addition to any collection. So what is the value of the 1985 2 new pence coin today? Given its common circulation, the coin is generally not considered rare. In circulated condition, it typically holds a nominal value of around 10 to 20 pence, primarily for its historical and nostalgic significance. However, if you have a 1985 2 new pence coin in uncirculated or mint condition, it could be worth a bit more to collectors, potentially fetching up to a few pounds. The value can vary based on the coin's condition, demand among collectors, and the specific details of the coin's minting. 1981 UK 2 new pence. The 1981 2 new pence coin is part of the decimal coinage introduced in the United Kingdom in 1971. This particular coin was minted in 1981, and it holds a special place in the hearts of many collectors. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine. This iconic design was used on UK coinage from 1968 to 1984. The Queen is depicted wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, which was a wedding gift from Queen Mary. Around the portrait, you'll find the inscription Elizabeth II DG. Reg. FD, which stands for Elizabeth II Di Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Now, turning to the reverse side, we have the denomination new pence inscribed above the numeral 2. The design, created by Christopher Ironside, features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet. Below the feathers, you'll see the motto Ich diene, which means I serve in German. This design was used from 1971 until 1981, after which the inscription changed from new pence to 2 pence in 1982. The new pence coins were part of the UK's decimalisation process, which began on February 15, 1971, also known as Decimal Day. This shift was a monumental change from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system, simplifying the currency to a decimal-based system. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1981 2 new pence coin. While it's not particularly rare, its value can vary based on its condition. Generally, a circulated 1981 2 new pence coin is worth around its face value of 2 pence. However, uncirculated or proof versions can be more valuable. As of now, an uncirculated coin might fetch around PS1 to PS2, while proof versions can go for PS5 or more, depending on the market demand and condition. In summary, the 1981 2 new pence coin is a charming piece of numismatic history. While it may not make you rich, it's a lovely addition to any coin collection, especially for those interested in the decimalisation era of UK currency. Coin collecting is all about the stories and history behind each piece, and the 1981 2 new pence coin is no exception. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, every coin has its unique tale to tell. The 1989 UK 2 new pence. However, the 1989 issue still carried the new pence inscription as part of a brief return to the earlier design. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1989 2 new pence coin. On the obverse, you'll find the right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklouf. This portrait was used from 1985 to 1997. Surrounding the portrait, the inscription reads Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D. 1989, which stands for Elizabeth II Di Gratia Regina Fidei Defensitrix, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, the coin features the badge of the Prince of Wales, which consists of a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, with a ribbon bearing the motto Ich diene, meaning I serve, below the badge. The denomination new pence and the number 2 are clearly displayed. The mintage of the 1989 2 new pence coin was relatively high, with millions produced for general circulation. However, its value among collectors can vary based on condition and rarity. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition are typically more sought after and can fetch higher prices in the numismatic market. So what's the value of a 1989 UK 2 new pence coin today? In general circulation, the coin holds its face value of 2 pence. However, for collectors, the value can be higher. As of 2024, a well-preserved, uncirculated coin can be valued anywhere from PS1 to PS5, depending on the market and demand. Special proof sets or coins with unique errors can command even higher prices. If you're looking to add a 1989 2 new pence coin to your collection, here are a few tips. Condition is key. Always look for coins in the best possible condition. Uncirculated or proof coins are ideal. Proper storage. Store your coins in a cool, Dry place, preferably in protective holders to prevent damage. Authenticate when purchasing, especially online. Ensure the coin's authenticity by buying from reputable dealers or auction sites. 2006 UK2 New Pence. This coin is a remarkable piece of numismatic history, not just for its design but also for the story it tells. Let's explore its details, historical context, and current value. On the obverse, we have the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This iconic image has been a staple on UK coins since its introduction in 1998. Notice the initials RB just below the Queen's neck, signifying the artist's signature touch. This particular design replaced the previous effigy by Raphael Makloff and aimed to present a more realistic and mature depiction of Her Majesty. Now, let's flip to the reverse side. Here you'll find the traditional badge of the Prince of Wales, which includes a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet. Beneath it, the German motto Ich diene, which means I serve, is inscribed. Interestingly, the 2006 coin features the denomination 2 below the inscription New Pence. This is a nod to the historical transition from pre-decimal to decimal currency, which started in 1971. The term New Pence was initially used to distinguish the new decimal currency from the old system. Coins minted from 1971 to 1981 bore the New Pence legend. However, due to an error, some coins minted in 1983 also featured this legend, making them quite rare and valuable. The 2006 2 New Pence coin continues this historical reference, though it is not as rare as the 1983 error coins. Now, let's talk about the coin's value. As of now, the 2006 2 New Pence coin holds more sentimental and historical value than monetary. It's a common coin, so in circulated condition, it's typically worth its face value 2 pence. However, uncirculated or proof versions can be valued higher by collectors, often fetching around PS1 to PS2, depending on the market. If you're a collector, condition is key. Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in transactions and thus remain in pristine condition. Proof coins, on the other hand, are specially minted for collectors, often with a higher quality finish. 2005 UK2 New Pence. Minted in 2005, it features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, as is customary for British currency. However, what makes this particular coin unique is its reverse side, which showcases the intricate design of a segment of the royal shield, representing the unity and strength of the United Kingdom. The symbolism behind the royal shield dates back centuries, symbolizing the monarchy's authority and the nation's heritage. It's truly remarkable how each element of this design tells a story of Britain's rich history. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. While its face value is just 2 pence, its worth extends far beyond that. Due to its limited mintage and unique design, the 2005 UK 2 pence Elizabeth coin has become a sought-after item among collectors. In the numismatic world, factors such as rarity, condition, and demand all contribute to a coin's value. And when it comes to the 2005 2 pence Elizabeth coin, collectors are willing to pay a premium to add this piece to their collections. But beyond its monetary value, this coin holds a piece of history. It serves as a tangible link to the year 2005, a time marked by significant events and cultural milestones. From the London bombings to the release of iconic films, each coin carries with it the spirit of its era. So whether you're a seasoned collector or someone simply curious about the stories behind currency, the 2005 UK 2 pence Elizabeth coin is a testament to the beauty and significance found in the palm of your hand. 1997 UK 2 New Pence. Before we delve into the specifics of this coin, let's take a quick trip down memory lane to understand its significance. The year 1997 marked a notable period in British history. It was a time of transition, both politically and culturally. Meanwhile, the Royal Mint continued to mint coins that reflected the nation's heritage and identity. Now, let's focus on the star of our show, the 1997 UK 2 New Pence Elizabeth coin. Crafted with precision and attention to detail, this coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side. Her Majesty's effigy is a symbol of stability and continuity, embodying the essence of British tradition. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the reverse side adorned with a magnificent depiction of the Prince of Wales's feathers, Accompanied by the inscription 2 pence, this design pays homage to centuries of British heraldry and royal lineage, adding a touch of regal elegance to the coin. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. While its face value may be 2 pence, its true worth extends far beyond mere currency. As a collectible item, the 1997 UK 2 new pence Elizabeth coin holds both historical and sentimental value for numismatists and enthusiasts alike. So how much is this coin worth today? Well, it depends on various factors such as its condition, rarity, and demand in the market. While some specimens may fetch modest prices, others, particularly those in pristine condition or with unique features, could command higher premiums among collectors. In conclusion, the 1997 UK 2 new pence Elizabeth coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a tangible link to the past, a symbol of national pride, and a prized possession for collectors around the world. 1975 UK 2 new pence. Before we delve into the specifics of the 1975 2 new pence coin, let's take a step back and understand its significance in the broader context of British numismatics. Coins have been an integral part of British culture and economy for centuries. From the Roman occupation to the modern era, each coin tells a unique story about the evolution of society, politics, and economics. Now, let's zoom in on our star of the show, the 1975 2 new pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. This coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and enthusiasts alike. On the obverse side, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine. This portrait captures Her Majesty in her early reign, reflecting the optimism and progress of the era. Meanwhile, the reverse side showcases the iconic Britannia design, a symbol of British strength and resilience. Created by Christopher Ironside, this depiction of Britannia exudes power and grace. One unique feature of the 1975 2 new pence coin is its reeded edge, adding a touch of sophistication to its design. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. While its face value is 2 new pence, its numismatic value can vary depending on factors such as condition, rarity, and demand. In mint condition, a 1975 2 new pence coin could fetch a handsome sum at auction or from collectors seeking to complete their sets. However, even circulated coins hold value for those passionate about British numismatics. For those interested in acquiring or selling this coin, it's essential to consult reputable numismatic guides and experts to ensure fair pricing and authenticity. 1978 UK 2 new pence. The 1978 UK 2 new pence Elizabeth coin holds a significant place in British numismatic history. Minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin features a stunning portrait of Her Majesty on the obverse, created by Arnold Machine. On the reverse, we see the iconic image of a crowned portcullis, a symbol associated with Parliament. This design, crafted by Christopher Ironside, adds a touch of regal elegance to the coin's appearance. Now, let's talk about value. While the 1978 2 new pence coin may not be the rarest in circulation, its historical significance and enduring popularity among collectors contribute to its worth. On today's market, a well-preserved 1978 UK 2 new pence Elizabeth coin can fetch anywhere from a few pounds to upwards of PS10 or more, depending on its condition and rarity. But remember, the true value of a coin goes beyond its monetary worth. Each coin carries a piece of history, a story waiting to be told. Speaking of history, let's take a brief look at the socio-economic landscape of 1978. It was a year marked by significant events such as the birth of Louise Brown, the world's first test tube baby, and the launch of the iconic musical Grease. Against this backdrop, the 1978 UK 2 new pence Elizabeth coin circulated through the hands of countless individuals, witnessing moments both mundane and monumental. And there you have it, folks. The story behind the 1978 UK 2 new pence Elizabeth coin, a small yet significant piece of British numismatic history. 1988 UK 2 new pence. The 1988 2 new pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a testament to British numismatic heritage. Its design showcases the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was created by Raphael David Maklouf. Take a look at this exquisite piece. It's made of copper-plated steel and has a diameter of 25.9 millimeters. Despite its modest denomination, this coin holds immense historical significance. To understand the value of this coin, let's delve into its historical context. The year 1988 marked a crucial period for the United Kingdom. It was a time of economic reforms and political shifts. Meanwhile, the Royal Mint continued its tradition of producing coins that reflected the nation's heritage and identity. But what about its value, you ask? Well, in terms of monetary value, the 1988 2 pence coin may not fetch a hefty sum in the numismatic market. However, its historical and cultural value is priceless. It's 1988, and the UK is buzzing with excitement over various events, from political milestones to cultural phenomena. And amidst all this, the 2 pence coins circulated among the British populace, symbolizing everyday transactions and economic stability. Beyond its monetary value, this coin serves as a tangible link to the past, reminding us of the resilience and progress of the United Kingdom. It's not just a piece of metal, it's a storyteller, whispering tales of bygone eras to those who hold it in their hands. And there you have it, folks, the 1988 UK 2 pence Elizabeth coin, a small yet significant piece of numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or... Our journey begins in 1959, a significant year in British coinage history. The UK was still in the midst of using the pre-decimal currency system, which had been in place for centuries. The halfpenny, also known as the halfpenny or halfpenny, was a crucial part of everyday transactions. Here it is, the 1959 halfpenny coin. It's a small but mighty piece of history. Let's take a closer look at its design. On the obverse side, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This portrait, often referred to as the first definitive coinage portrait, was used on all UK coins from 1953 until 1967. It shows the Queen wearing a laurel wreath, a symbol of victory and honor. Now, let's flip to the reverse side. The design features the image of a ship, the famous Golden Hind, which was the galleon of Sir Francis Drake. This design was created by Thomas Humphrey Paget and had been used on the halfpenny coin since 1937. The inscription around the edge reads halfpenny and the year of issue, 1959, is displayed at the bottom. So, what makes the 1959 halfpenny special, and how much is it worth today? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about its historical context. The halfpenny was an important coin for everyday transactions, especially for small purchases. It remained in circulation until 1969, when the UK began its transition to the decimal system, which was fully adopted in 1971. In terms of mintage, the 1959 halfpenny had a relatively high production run, with millions of these coins being minted. This means they are not particularly rare, but they are still cherished by collectors for their historical value. Now, on to the value. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its worth. Let's break down the grading system. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. A 1959 halfpenny in average circulated condition might fetch between 10 to 50 pence. However, if you have one in excellent condition, known as uncirculated or mint state, it could be worth a few pounds. Rare error coins, or those with unique features, can be even more valuable. For collectors, the 1959 halfpenny is a great addition, representing a piece of mid-20th century British history. It's a wonderful example of the craftsmanship and design of the era. 1944 UK halfpenny. The 1944 halfpenny was minted during a tumultuous time in history, right in the middle of World War II. Despite the war, the Royal Mint continued to produce coins to ensure economic stability. On the obverse side of the 1944 halfpenny, we have the portrait of King George VI, who was the reigning monarch from 1936 to 1952. The inscription around the edge reads Georgievs Vidgbro, which stands for George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. Now, let's flip the coin to its reverse side. Here, we see the iconic image of the sailing ship, the Golden Hind, which was the ship of the famous English explorer Sir Francis Drake. This design was first introduced in 1937 and continued until the halfpenny was demonetized in 1969. The 1944 halfpenny was struck in bronze and has a diameter of 25.5 millimeters and a weight of 5.67 grams. Millions of these coins were minted, making it a common coin for its time. However, its historical context adds a layer of interest for collectors. When it comes to value, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role. For a 1944 halfpenny in average circulated condition, you might expect it to be worth around PS 0.50 to PS 1. However, if you have a coin in uncirculated or mint condition, it could be worth significantly more, sometimes up to PS 10 or more. Rarity and demand also influence the price. To get an accurate valuation, it's important to understand coin grading. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P to mint state MS. For example, a 1944 halfpenny in good G condition will have more wear and be worth less than 1 in extremely fine EF or mint state Mississippi. In summary, the 1944 UK halfpenny is a charming piece of history that offers a glimpse into the past. Its value depends largely on its condition and historical significance. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, it's a wonderful coin to add to your collection. 1963 UK halfpenny coin history and value. The UK halfpenny, or halfpenny, has a long and rich history. First introduced in 1672 during the reign of Charles II, it was minted for over 3 centuries until it was finally withdrawn from circulation in 1984. But today, we are focusing on a specific year, 1963. In 1963, the United Kingdom was under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. This coin is part of the pre-decimal currency system, which was replaced by decimalization in 1971. The 1963 halfpenny is a beautiful example of mid-20th century British coinage. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1963 halfpenny. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This youthful depiction of the Queen was used on coins from 1953 until 1970. Around the edge, you'll see the inscription Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina FD, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Now turning to the reverse side, we see Sir Francis Drake's famous ship, the Golden Hind. This design, created by artist William Maving Gardner, was first used in 1937 and remained until the coin's last mintage in 1967. Below the ship, you'll find the denomination halfpenny and the year 1963. The 1963 halfpenny was minted in large quantities, with around 120 million coins produced. Despite the high mintage, many of these coins were heavily used in daily transactions, which means finding one in pristine condition can be quite a treasure for collectors today. Now, let's talk about value. The worth of a 1963 halfpenny varies based on its condition. Coins that are heavily worn might only be worth their historical value, around a few pence. However, coins in excellent condition, especially those graded by professional services, can fetch higher prices. For instance, an uncirculated 1963 halfpenny can be valued anywhere between $1 to $10 USD. If it's in mint state or a higher grade, collectors might pay up to $20 or more. It's always a good idea to have your coins appraised by a professional to get an accurate valuation. Before we wrap up, here are a few fun facts about the halfpenny. Did you know that the halfpenny was often referred to as a halfpenny? And despite its small size, it played a big role in everyday transactions, from buying a newspaper to paying for a bus fare. 1965 UK halfpenny. The halfpenny coin, also known as the halfpenny, has a long and storied past in British currency. It was first introduced in the 13th century and continued to be minted until 1984. However, the specific coin we're looking at today is from the year 1965. On the obverse side of the 1965 halfpenny, you'll find the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. This portrait was designed by Mary Gillick and was used on British coins from 1953 to 1967. The inscription reads Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina FD, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse side of the coin features a detailed depiction of the Golden Hind, the ship famously captained by Sir Francis Drake during his circumnavigation of the globe between 1577 and 1580. This design was created by artist William Gardner and is a nod to Britain's rich maritime history. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1965 halfpenny. While the coin was demonetized in 1984, it remains a popular item among collectors. Its value can vary depending on the coin's condition. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition can fetch higher prices, often ranging from a few pounds to around PS15 or more. Grading plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. The 1965 half-penny can be graded on a scale from poor P1, which is heavily worn, to mint state Mississippi 65 or higher, which shows no signs of wear. Coins that are well preserved and free from blemishes or scratches are the most sought after. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1965 half-penny, there are several avenues you can explore. Online auction sites like eBay, coin dealers, and collector forums are great places to start. Always ensure you are dealing with reputable sources to avoid counterfeit coins. For those interested in learning more about coin collecting and the history of British currency, there are numerous resources available. Books, websites, and numismatic magazines can provide in-depth knowledge and keep you updated on market trends. 1937 UK half-penny. The 1937 UK half-penny coin is a significant piece from the early reign of King George VI. After the abdication of King Edward VIII, George VI ascended to the throne in December 1936, and 1937 marked the first year his coins were issued. This coin was minted at the Royal Mint in London. It's part of the pre-decimal system that the UK used until 1971. The half-penny, worth 1/480th of a pound, was a common coin used in everyday transactions. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1937 half-penny. On the obverse, you'll see a left-facing portrait of King George VI, designed by Humphrey Paget. The inscription reads Georgives Vidgbro Men, which stands for George VI by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. The reverse side features the image of a ship, the Golden Hind, which was the galleon of Sir Francis Drake. This design, created by Thomas Humphrey Paget, is beautifully detailed and iconic. The coin is made of bronze, weighs 5.67 grams, and has a diameter of 25.5 mm. The 1937 half-penny not only reflects the era's artistry but also tells a story of a time when Britain was navigating both a new monarchy and the prelude to World War II. Coins like these were part of everyday life, carrying significant buying power. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1937 half-penny today. While millions were minted, the coin's condition greatly affects its value. Coins in poor condition might be worth only a few cents, but those in mint state can be significantly more valuable. A 1937 half-penny in fine condition might fetch around $1 to $2, but in uncirculated condition, it could be worth $20 or more. For the highest grades, such as MS65 or MS66, the value can go even higher, sometimes reaching over $100. Collecting coins, like the 1937 half-penny, can be a rewarding hobby, whether you're in it for the history or the potential value. If you're looking to add this coin to your collection, make sure to check its condition, and if possible, get it graded by a professional service. 71 Kennedy half dollar, a coin that's both rich in history and a favorite among collectors. So, let's get started. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963. It quickly became a symbol of national pride and remembrance. After the initial release, the coin underwent several changes, but in 1971, something significant happened. Let's zoom in on that year. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar marked the end of the silver content in these coins. Prior to 1971, Kennedy half dollars were made of 40% silver, but starting in 1971, they were produced with a copper nickel-clad composition. This change was due to the rising cost of silver and a shift in U.S. minting policies. Now, let's talk value. The value of a 1971 Kennedy half dollar depends on several factors, including its condition, mint mark, and whether it has any errors. Generally, circulated coins are worth around 50 cents to $1, which is their face value or slightly above. For those of you who are new to coin collecting, pay special attention to the coin's condition. Uncirculated coins, or those in mint state, can be worth significantly more. An MS65 grade 1971 Kennedy half dollar, for example, can fetch between $10 to $20. 1973. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was quickly embraced by the public as a tribute to the beloved president. But what makes the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar particularly interesting? The obverse features a profile of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, showcases the presidential seal, with a heraldic eagle holding an olive branch and arrows. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar was struck in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the P&D mint marks, respectively. Additionally, there were proof versions minted in San Francisco, marked with an S. These proof coins were part of the annual proof set sold to collectors. So what about the value of these coins? The value of a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar can vary significantly based on its condition and mint mark. For circulated coins, their value is primarily based on the silver content, which is 0 for 1973, as these coins are made of a copper nickel clad. However, for collectors, the key is in the coin's condition, and whether it's a regular issue or a proof coin. A typical circulated 1973 Kennedy half-dollar might be worth around 50 cents to $1. However, uncirculated coins, especially those with an S mint mark or high-grade proof coins, can fetch a higher price. An uncirculated P or D coin can be worth $3 to $5, while a proof S coin in perfect condition could be worth $5 to $10. The proof sets from 1973 are also quite popular among collectors. These sets typically include a Kennedy half-dollar along with other denominations from that year. A complete 1973 proof set can range in value from $10 to $20, depending on its condition. 1973 was a tumultuous year in American history, with events like the Watergate scandal and the end of the Vietnam War. These historical contexts add an extra layer of significance to coins minted during this period. In summary, while the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar may not be the rarest coin, its historical significance and beautiful design make it a worthwhile addition to any collection. Whether you're looking to complete a set or simply appreciate the artistry, this coin has a lot to offer. 1977 Kennedy half-dollar. The Kennedy half-dollar has been a staple in American coinage since it was first minted in 1964, honoring President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. The 1977 Kennedy half-dollar, while not particularly rare, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Let's explore why. First, a bit of history. 1977 was a year marked by significant events. Star Wars premiered in theaters, Jimmy Carter was inaugurated as president, and Apple Computer was incorporated. Against this backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued its tradition of producing the Kennedy half-dollar. On the obverse side of the 1977 Kennedy half-dollar, you'll see the iconic profile of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. On the reverse, we have the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparo. Both designs have remained largely unchanged since the coin's inception. The 1977 Kennedy half-dollar was minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver, with no mint mark for Philadelphia and a D for Denver. Over 43 million were minted in Philadelphia, and nearly 32 million in Denver, making it a common coin in terms of mintage numbers. So how much is a 1977 Kennedy half-dollar worth today? Let's break it down. In circulated condition, these coins are typically worth just their face value of 50 cents. However, for coins in uncirculated condition or with special attributes, the value can be higher. For instance, a 1977 Kennedy half-dollar in uncirculated condition can fetch between $2 and $5. Coins graded MS65 can go for around $25. And if you happen to have a proof coin from the 1977 proof set, those can be valued at $4 to $10, depending on the condition. Proof coins are particularly special because of their high-quality finish and sharper details. The 1977 proof Kennedy half-dollar was minted in San Francisco and bears the S mint mark. These were sold as part of proof sets to collectors and were not intended for general circulation. 1979 half-dollar. The 1979 Kennedy half-dollar. Let's start with a bit of history. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, shortly after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. This coin was intended as a tribute to the beloved 35th President of the United States. The obverse or front of the coin features the profile of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The reverse showcases the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparo. But what makes the 1979 Kennedy half-dollar particularly interesting? By 1979, the composition of the Kennedy half dollar had changed. Originally made from 90% silver in 1964, and then 40% silver from 1965 to 1970, the coin switched to a copper nickel-clad composition starting in 1971. This makes the 1979 coin common in terms of material, but there are still some special aspects to consider. One key point is the mint mark. 1979 Kennedy half dollars were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in San Francisco, marked with an S, are proof coins and often have a higher value, especially if they are in pristine condition. The value of a 1979 Kennedy half dollar largely depends on its condition and mint mark. Circulated coins are typically worth their face value of 50 cents. However, uncirculated coins and proofs can be worth more. For instance, a high-grade uncirculated coin might fetch around $2 to $3, while proof coins from the San Francisco Mint can range from $4 to $10, depending on their condition. Grading plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to perfect uncirculated MS70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. It's always a good idea to have your coins professionally graded if you believe they might be in excellent condition. Protecting your coins is also important. Storing them in a cool, dry place and using protective holders can prevent damage and preserve their value. And there you have it. The 1979 Kennedy half dollar is a coin with a rich history and varying value depending on its condition and mint mark. It's a wonderful piece for any collection and a great way to remember an important era in American history. 1985. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It was designed as a tribute to the beloved president and quickly became a symbol of national mourning and remembrance. Designed by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo, the obverse features a striking profile of JFK, while the reverse displays the presidential seal. The 1985 Kennedy half dollar is part of this long-standing series, which has seen various changes over the decades. Now, let's talk about the specifics of the 1985 Kennedy half dollar. This coin was minted in Philadelphia and Denver, with no mint marks for Philadelphia coins and a D for Denver ones. Unlike its silver predecessors from the 1960s, the 1985 version is composed of a copper nickel clad, with an inner layer of pure copper. In terms of mintage, over 18 million of these coins were struck in Philadelphia and over 19 million in Denver. Despite these high numbers, the coin holds a special place among collectors, especially those focusing on the Kennedy series. When it comes to value, circulated 1985 Kennedy half dollars are typically worth their face value minus 50 cents. However, uncirculated coins or those in exceptionally good condition can fetch a bit more from collectors. Typically, an uncirculated 1985 Kennedy half dollar might be valued between $1 and $5 depending on its condition. For those looking to invest in or sell these coins, consider getting them graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade coin, especially one with an MS65 rating or above, can be significantly more valuable. 1989. Now, let's talk about the 1989 edition. This coin is part of a series that has been in continuous production since 1964. By 1989, the composition of the half dollar had changed from its original 90% silver to a copper nickel-clad composition, which began in 1971. On the obverse, you'll find the iconic profile of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The reverse features the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparo. The intricate details in the eagle and shield, along with the surrounding stars, make this coin a work of art. One common question is about the value of the 1989 Kennedy half dollar. In circulated condition, it's generally worth its face value of 50 cents. However, uncirculated coins and those in mint condition can be more valuable. Uncirculated 1989 Kennedy half dollars can range from $1 to $5, depending on their condition and whether they have any special characteristics, such as being part of a mint set or having an exceptional strike quality. Proof versions, which were produced in limited quantities for collectors, can be worth even more, typically between $3 to $10. When evaluating your 1989 Kennedy half dollar, look for key factors that influence its value. These include the coin's luster, strike quality, and any signs of wear. Coins that have been well preserved with minimal contact marks are highly prized by collectors. Proof coins, distinguished by their mirror-like finish and sharp details, are particularly sought after. These were made at the San Francisco Mint and bear the S Mint mark. Regular coins from 1989 were produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints and will have either no mint mark or a D mint mark respectively. To summarize, the 1989 Kennedy half dollar is a great piece for any collection. While its value might not be sky high, its historical significance and beautiful design make it a cherished item. Whether you come across one in your pocket change or buy a proof set, this coin is a wonderful reminder of a pivotal time in American history. The Washington quarter dollar has been a staple of American currency since it was first introduced in 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse features the iconic profile of America's first president. The reverse initially showcased a majestic eagle with outstretched wings. The 1980 Washington quarter retains Flanagan's classic design on the obverse. You'll see George Washington's profile facing left, the word liberty above his head, the year 1980 below his chin, and the motto "In God We Trust" to the left. On the reverse, the traditional eagle design is prominently displayed. The eagle is clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness, with olive branches below representing peace. The inscriptions "United States of America" and quarter dollar surround the eagle. In 1980, quarters were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. You can identify the mint by the mint mark located just to the right of Washington's ponytail. AP represents Philadelphia, while AD denotes Denver. Notably, quarters from this year do not contain silver, as they are made from a copper nickel-clad composition. When it comes to value, condition is everything. Most 1980 quarters in circulation are only worth their face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins or those in mint state condition can fetch higher prices. As of today, an MS-65 graded 1980 quarter can be worth around $5 to $10. Error coins from 1980 can also be quite valuable. For instance, a quarter with a double die obverse or reverse error can be worth significantly more, often ranging from $50 to several $100s, depending on the severity and demand. So, what should you look for when collecting 1980 Washington quarters? First, check the overall condition. Look for coins with minimal wear and clear details. Next, inspect for any mint marks, and finally, keep an eye out for any unusual features or errors. 1982 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1982 quarter is particularly noteworthy, so let's explore its design and features. On the obverse side, we see the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. His depiction has remained largely unchanged since its introduction. The 1982 quarter features the standard inscriptions "Liberty" at the top, "In God We Trust" on the left, and the year 1982 at the bottom. Now, turning to the reverse side, we have the iconic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows and olive branches, symbolizing war and peace. The words "United States of America" arch above the eagle, while "E pluribus unum" and quarter dollar are inscribed below. Let's talk a bit about the historical context of the 1982 quarter. During this period, the U.S. Mint was facing a significant change. Due to budget constraints and rising metal costs, the production of proof and uncirculated sets was halted for 1982 and 1983. This decision made the coins from these years, including the Washington quarter, relatively scarce and higher grades. The 1982 Washington quarter was minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia coins do not have a mint mark, while Denver coins bear the D mint mark. Here are the mintage numbers. Philadelphia 500,931,000. Denver 480,042,788. These high mintage numbers mean that finding a 1982 quarter in circulation isn't too difficult. However, finding one in excellent condition can be a bit more challenging. Now let's discuss the value of the 1982 Washington quarter. In circulated condition, these quarters are typically worth their face value, 25 cents. However, in uncirculated or higher grades, the value increases. A 1982 quarter in MS-60 condition might fetch around $1 Dollars, while one in MS-65 condition can be valued between $10 to $15. Coins in superb condition, like MS-67 or higher, can go for $50 or more. When assessing the value of your 1982 quarter, consider its luster, the presence of any scratches or wear, and the clarity of the details. Using a magnifying glass or a coin microscope can help you better evaluate its condition. 1983 Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter, first introduced in 1932, was designed by John Flanagan to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1983 Washington Quarter continues this legacy with its iconic design, featuring Washington's profile on the obverse and the American eagle on the reverse. 1983 was a significant year for the Washington Quarter for several reasons. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced a combined total of over 1.6 billion quarters that year. Here's the breakdown. Philadelphia Mint no mint mark approximately 673 million coins. Denver Mint D mint mark approximately 617 million coins. Notably, there were no proof quarters minted in San Francisco for circulation in 1983, which makes the uncirculated coins from Philadelphia and Denver even more interesting to collectors. So what makes the 1983 Washington Quarter special? First, there was no official mint set released in 1983. This means that collectors can't rely on mint sets to find high-quality, uncirculated examples. Instead, they have to find them in circulation, which can be quite a challenge. The value of a 1983 Washington Quarter depends heavily on its condition. Circulated coins generally have less value, typically ranging from 25 cents to a few dollars. However, uncirculated and high-grade coins, especially those graded MS-65 or higher, can fetch significantly more. For example, circulated 1983 quarters $0.25 $2. Uncirculated MS-65 $10 to $20. Uncirculated MS-67 $100 to $200 or more. Another aspect that can increase the value of a 1983 quarter is the presence of errors or varieties. Some known errors include off-center strikes, double dies, and coins struck on improperly prepared planchets. These errors can make a 1983 quarter worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. If you're looking to add a 1983 Washington Quarter to your collection, here are a few tips. Check your change. Always keep an eye out for quarters in your daily transactions. You never know when you might find a gem. Use a magnifying glass. This helps you spot errors and assess the condition of the coin more accurately. These are great places to find high-quality quarters and meet other collectors. Get your coins graded for higher value coins. Consider getting them professionally graded to ensure their value and authenticity. 1984 Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It replaced the standing Liberty Quarter, which had been in circulation since 1916. The design features a profile of George Washington on the obverse, created by sculptor John Flanagan. This design has remained largely unchanged, becoming a symbol of American coinage. The 1984 Washington Quarter is part of this long-standing series. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar portrait of George Washington, with the word Liberty above his head and the year 1984 below. The reverse features an eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, with 2 olive branches beneath. The inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum surround the eagle. In 1984, the Washington Quarter was produced at 3 mints: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D mint mark, and San Francisco S mint mark. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced coins for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors. Here are the mintage numbers. Philadelphia, approximately 676 million coins. Denver, approximately 546 million coins. San Francisco, approximately 3.5 million proof coins. Now let's talk about value. The value of a 1984 Washington Quarter depends on its condition and mint mark. Circulated quarters are generally worth their face value of 25 cents, but uncirculated and proof coins can be worth more. Here's a quick rundown. Circulated coins generally worth face value, unless in exceptional condition. Uncirculated coins MS60, MS65 can range from $1 to $5. Proof coins usually valued between $3 to $10 depending on the condition. Coins with unique errors, such as off-center strikes or doubled dies, can be worth significantly more, often fetching prices ranging from $50 to several $100s depending on the error and its severity. If you're looking to collect 1984 Washington quarters, here are some tips. Check your change. You might find valuable coins right in your pocket change. Look for high-grade coins. Coins in mint state condition are always more valuable. Invest in a magnifying glass. This helps in spotting errors and tiny details. Store properly used coin holders or albums to protect your coins from damage. 1986 Washington Quarter Dollar. The Washington quarter has a storied history, dating back to its first minting in 1932, which marked the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. But today, we're focusing on a specific year, 1986. By 1986, the Washington quarter had already been a staple in American currency for over 50 years. It was designed by John Flanagan, whose initial design has seen only slight modifications over the decades. The 1986 quarter continued to feature the same familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the American eagle on the reverse. Flanagan's design was chosen through a national competition, beating out over 100 other entries. The simplicity and elegance of Washington's profile and the powerful eagle on the reverse have made this coin a favorite among collectors. Let's take a closer look at the 1986 Washington quarter. On the obverse, you'll find the iconic profile of George Washington, along with the inscriptions "Liberty and God We Trust" and the year 1986. The reverse features a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath it, symbolizing peace and strength. One interesting fact about the 1986 quarter is that it was part of a decade that saw no major changes in the design or composition of the coin. It's made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, which includes an outer layer of copper-nickel and a core of pure copper. Now, let's talk about value. The value of a 1986 Washington quarter can vary significantly based on its condition and mint mark. Quarters minted in Philadelphia No Mint Mark and Denver D Mint Mark are the most common. However, those minted in San Francisco S Mint Mark are proof coins and are more sought after by collectors. In circulated condition, a 1986 quarter is typically worth its face value of 25 cents. However, in uncirculated or mint state condition, it can be worth a bit more, generally between $1 and $5. Proof coins, especially those in perfect condition, can fetch higher prices, sometimes up to $10 or more. To determine the value of your 1986 quarter, it's crucial to understand coin grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. Key factors include the coin's luster, strike, and presence of any wear or damage. When handling your coins, always hold them by the edges to avoid fingerprints and oils that can damage the surface. Store them in a cool, dry place, and consider using protective holders or albums to keep them in pristine condition. Here are some fun facts about the 1986 Washington quarter. Did you know that over 500 million quarters were minted that year? Also, despite its widespread use, finding a 1986 quarter in perfect condition can be quite challenging, making it a prized addition to any collection. 4. New 1 penny. The 1984 New 1 penny coin is part of the British decimal coinage system, which was introduced in 1971. This system replaced the old pounds, shillings, and pence system, simplifying currency in the United Kingdom. Queen Elizabeth II, the longest reigning current monarch, has been featured on UK coins since her coronation in 1953. The 1984 penny is a testament to her enduring legacy and the continuity of British currency. The obverse of the 1984 1 penny coin showcases the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine. This iconic image captures the Queen wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. On the reverse, we see the crowned portcullis with chains, an emblem of the Palace of Westminster. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, symbolizes Britain's parliamentary democracy. Here are some quick specifications of the 1984 1 penny coin. Diameter 20.32 mm. Weight 3.56 grams. Metal composition: bronze 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, 0.5% tin. Edge plane. The 1984 one-penny coin, while common in circulation, holds a special place for collectors. Its value depends on the coin's condition, rarity, and demand. In average circulated condition, the 1984 penny is worth around its face value. However, uncirculated or proof coins can fetch higher prices. An uncirculated 1984 penny can be valued between PS1 to PS5, while proof versions, often sold in sets, may reach up to PS10 or more. Did you know? The 1984 penny is part of a series that includes special proof sets issued for collectors. Additionally, some coins from this era are found in brilliant uncirculated condition, making them highly sought after by enthusiasts. Also, it's interesting to note that the bronze composition of these coins was changed to copper-plated steel in 1992, making pre-1992 pennies, like the 1984 version, a bit more unique. 1975 new one penny. The 1975 new one-penny coin is a part of the decimal coinage that the United Kingdom introduced in 1971. This transition marked the end of the old system, where 12 pence made a shilling and 20 shillings made a pound. The move to decimalization was a significant event in British history. It simplified the currency and made it more understandable, especially for international transactions. The 1p coin was one of the new denominations introduced, and it quickly became a staple in everyday transactions. The 1975 one-penny coin is made of bronze and weighs 3.56 grams, with a diameter of 20.32 millimeters. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait was used on British coins from 1968 to 1984. Notice the detailed craftsmanship in Machin's design. The inscription around the portrait reads Elizabeth II DG. Reg. FD 1975, which stands for Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Vincetrix, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, we have a depiction of a crowned portcullis with chains, which is the badge of Henry VII and a symbol of the British Parliament. This design was created by Christopher Ironside and has been a constant feature on the penny since its introduction. So, what's the value of this little piece of history today? While the face value of the coin remains 1 penny, its value to collectors can be slightly higher. Most 1975 one-penny coins are relatively common, so they won't fetch a high price. However, their value can range from a few pence to around a pound, depending on their condition. The key factors that affect a coin's value are its condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition are worth more. A coin graded as fine might only be worth its face value, while one in uncirculated condition could be valued higher. For those of you interested in collecting, the 1975 one penny is a great starting point. It's a piece of history that you can hold in your hand, and it's relatively easy to find. Plus, it gives you a glimpse into the era of decimalization and the artistry of British coinage. 1989 new one penny. The 1989 new one penny Elizabeth coin is a small yet significant piece in the history of British currency. This coin is part of the third series of decimal coins introduced after the decimalization of British currency in 1971. But what makes this particular penny so interesting? Let's find out. First, let's talk a bit about the history. Decimalization was a major change for the UK, shifting from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a straightforward system where 1 pound equals 100 pence. The new one penny coin was initially introduced in 1971, but in 1982, the coin's composition changed to copper-plated steel due to rising copper prices. By 1989, the penny coin was firmly established in its new, smaller size and composition. The 1989 penny features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, designed by Raphael Makloff. This third portrait of the Queen was used from 1985 to 1997. She is depicted wearing the George IV state diadem, a royal symbol seen on many British coins. Obverse design Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Makloff. On the reverse, you'll find a crowned portcullis with chains, a design by Christopher Ironside. This iconic image is derived from the badge of Henry VII, which is now the emblem of the Palace of Westminster. It symbolizes the British Parliament. Reverse design crowned portcullis by Christopher Ironside. Now, let's talk about value. The 1989 one penny coin is not particularly rare in circulation, but its value can vary depending on its condition. For everyday circulated coins, the value is typically around 1 penny, its face value. However, uncirculated or proof versions of this coin, especially those preserved in mint condition, can be worth more to collectors. These might fetch anywhere from a few pence to several pounds, depending on their condition and demand among collectors. Here, I have a few examples. This circulated coin has seen better days and is worth its face value. However, this uncirculated penny in mint condition could be worth more. And if you have a proof version, like this one, it can be even more valuable, often found in commemorative sets. If you're a collector looking to add the 1989 one penny coin to your collection, here are a few tips. Check for mint condition. Always look for coins that are uncirculated or in proof condition. Storage. Store your coins properly in a cool, dry place to prevent tarnishing or damage. Stay informed about market trends and values, as coin prices can fluctuate over time. That's all for today's deep dive into the 1989 new 1 penny Elizabeth coin. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Coin Chronicles for more numismatic insights, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy